Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, big changes are coming to Throne and Liberty. Just a few minutes ago, officially from NCSoft, developers of this game, we have get producer's letter number 8, and within that letter, details regarding many changes regarding PvE features of this game, which will be implemented very soon. For this evening, I have for you a recap of that letter, because I don't want to turn this into reading session. I will not spend here next 30 minutes, 1 hour reading to you that full letter. I will show you some interesting details, and in the next few minutes you'll find out everything what you need to know, a recap of all information regarding these huge PvE changes. Before we start, let me just say, subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more of Throne and Liberty videos in the future. As you can see, I'm already here on the official website of Throne and Liberty in Korea. First thing which I need to show you here is this producer's letter number 8. Actually pretty long letter, and you'll see what I mean in the next few minutes. Changes are massive. So let's go here to show you a recap of these changes. I can write down a few sentences. I will explain what I mean in a second. You can see here title, Big PvE Changes. Yes, these changes are regarding PvE features of the game. First big change, Resistance event is cancelled. If you are following my YouTube channel, then you already know what is Resistance event. Actually, Resistance event was a really nice event. It was looking like a really nice idea, right? A few weeks ago, we were all waiting for this, because using local and regional events within 3 days, you could earn new skill for your character and many other valuable rewards. Nevertheless, that new skill for your character, that was the main goal. Nevertheless, we have seen that within last few days, Resistance event is behind us. It was between Wednesday and Friday in the previous week. We have seen that things were not functioning well. Big change, you can see here, a Resistance event is cancelled. There is nothing wrong with that. Actually, good move from NCSoft. Developers of this game, they have noticed that Resistance event is not going into direction how they think it will go, right? So all level 50 players can automatically acquire the new skills revealed throughout Resistance event. That means that basically all you need to do is to go to level 50 and you will get that new skill, which was like main reward, main goal of that event. Again, absolutely good idea from developers of this game. In general, the idea of that Resistance event was not looking that bad. Within 3 days, you needed to get the best rank you could within local and regional events of Throne and Liberty. Some of these events were PvP events, some of them were PvE events. Nevertheless, it didn't turn out good. It didn't look good all the way from the start, because yes, bots are also there in the game, and to achieve highest rank for some players was very hard, especially for lower level players. If you're level 50, if you have good gear, you could reach high rank very fast and get that main reward, but it was not easy for the rest of the players. In general, something was feeling off right away. So this idea right away, really good idea from developers of the game to remove completely Resistance event from the game. Another big news here, 5 new party dungeons are coming in March. This is absolutely beautiful. Can you imagine that? Not only 1, but 5 new instanced party dungeons are coming in March. So you can see here currently right now, I can write down actually here, developers' top priority right now is PvE content. I mean, in generally, Throne and Liberty have lots of content to play. In generally, when I'm talking about regarding PvP, regarding PvE, regarding dungeons, regarding guild activities, regarding crafting, gathering, guild versus guild content, there is many things which you can do in Throne and Liberty. However, it's always needed to have more of content in endgame. We have seen many mmorpgs in the past, new games, which were released, and then after release you were noticing that in endgame you don't have much things to do. Nevertheless, you can see here developers of the game, they are implementing 5 new party dungeons in March, already in March. Imagine how much more of endgame content that will be for you. Absolutely right. This is today really huge. Huge. It doesn't look huge, but it is huge. A big positive changes regarding Throne and Liberty. Then we have here changes regarding field bosses. Actually, let me show you here this part of the text which is explaining what will happen with field bosses. We are also preparing improvements to the field boss. In the case of field bosses, the competitive stress may have been relatively low, but the most basic fun of PvE, which is defeating bosses, was not guaranteed. Due to the nature of the open field, there were too many users compared to the boss specifications, so it was difficult to properly experience the boss pattern, and the probability of rewards distribution was also very low. So, regarding this part of the sentence, absolutely. We have seen on Arc Boss on DaVinci server more than 1,000 players killing one Arc Boss. That's too much. I mean, it's nice to see there are many players playing the game. There are many players interested into this kind of content, right? Open world raids on bosses. Nevertheless, more than 1,000 players per boss. That's absolutely insane. That's too much, right? It's too confusing. It's very hard also to get some reward. That's why, look what they will do. To improve this, all peace mode boss battles that appear in the field, including the Arc Boss, there are 2 Arc Bosses currently in the game, are being modified to take place in multiple instance spaces. Users who were all attacking a single piece boss are divided into multiple instances, and the number of players is appropriately reduced. The probability of rewards that an individual can obtain increases, and you will experience a more dense boss battle than before. That's amazing. A really good idea from developers of the game. So there is very high probability that you will actually get some kind of reward from raid bosses. And not only that, there will be less players around you, right? You'll be able to enjoy in that boss fight because, like I said, it's very nice to see lots of players around you during that boss fights. But 1,000, even more than 1,000 players per Arc Boss, that's really too much. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, big changes are happening over there regarding PvE features of Throne and Liberty in Korea. Sadly, this evening, just to let you know fast, regarding global release of Throne and Liberty, there is still nothing new. I was just checking a few minutes ago official information from Amazon Games. This is official website of Amazon Games regarding Throne and Liberty global release. I was checking also other sources of information. There is nothing new. When I see any kind of news regarding global release of Throne and Liberty, I will let you know about that instantly here on my YouTube channel. For this evening, just to let you know, these changes you can see here are actually really big. It's very nice to see that a month and a half after Korean release of Throne and Liberty, developers of this game, NCSoft, they're handling this game very good. They are replying to feedback of the players. They are correcting so many things. It's really amazing, and what to say except we can only look forward that one day in the future, I hope very soon, we will play Throne and Liberty globally. For this evening, short recap of what is happening over there on servers in Korea regarding these massive changes in PvE features of the game. Thank you for watching the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch to see more of mmorpg content and of course Throne and Liberty content in the future. I'm live streaming every evening about 6 p.m. Central European Time, so join me to see some gameplay and to find out what is happening in mmorpg and PC gaming world. See you soon.